When it comes to powerhouse clashes in the Marvel Universe, one matchup often slips under the mainstream radar, but packs thunderous energy. Hulk versus Beta Ray Bill. It's brute force against cosmic might, raw rage against Asgardian craftsmanship, and, most importantly, it's a battle between Hulk's legendary smash and Beta Ray Bill's mighty Stormbreaker. Let's start with the combatants. Most people know the Hulk. When Dr. Bruce Banner gets angry, he transforms into a walking avalanche of strength and fury. The madder he gets, the more powerful he becomes. Through decades of comics, Hulks shattered mountains, fought gods, even survived planets exploding beneath his feet. He's a force of nature with a temper to match. Beta Ray Bill, meanwhile, is a little less known outside deep Marvel circles, but no less formidable. Created in the 1980s by Walt Simonson, Bill is not just another hero wielding a magic hammer. He's a Corbinite, an alien race whose civilization weathered catastrophe. Chosen by his people to become their champion, Bill underwent a transformation, emerging with strength, speed, and durability on par with not just Thor, but some of the toughest beings in existence. And then there's Stormbreaker. Originally forged by Odin himself after Beta Ray Bill proved worthy to wield Thor's mighty Mjolnir. Stormbreaker is not a mere copy. It fuses axe and hammer, channeling raw power, summoning storms, and opening dimensional gates. In the Marvel world, few weapons feel as formidable in the hands of someone like Beta Ray Bill. So what happens when these two titans meet? Their first major clash goes all the way back to the pages of Asterisk. The Incredible Hulk Asterisk number 395. S.H.I.E.L.D. points them at each other. Seen what happens when indestructible meets godlike. The result? Explosive. Hulk's opening attacks barely faze Beta Ray Bill, who shades toward the heroic, trying not to destroy Banner in the process. But as Hulk's anger ramps up, his strength multiplies. Their fight moves from raw blows to test after test. Stormbreaker channels and redirects Hulk's shockwaves, but the Hulk just keeps coming. Here's the wrinkle. Beta Ray Bill is not some brute with a bone-crushing weapon. He's noble, intelligent, and tactical. When he sees Hulk is more a victim than a villain, he tries to subdue rather than obliterate. This means he often pulls his punches. If Bill fought without restraint, the story might end differently, but that's not who he is. On the other hand, Hulk's signature advantage is that the angrier he gets, the stronger and often more unstoppable he becomes. Hulk's body has adapted to withstand impacts that would vaporize most beings. Beta Ray Bill can trade blow for blow with Thor, matching the god of thunder in both power and stamina. But the Hulk is often a different beast entirely. What about weapons? Stormbreaker is an equalizer. With it, Beta Ray Bill can fly, manipulate weather, and strike with energy forces that dwarf conventional attacks. There have been moments when Stormbreaker cracked the ground, split mountains, or absorbed the force of suns, in theory. It could contain or even banish the Hulk if Bill chose to wield it at its peak, and if the Hulk was on T at his absolute most furious. But this is where the Hulk's adaptability cracks the formula. Even magic weapons sometimes struggle to put Hulk down. There have been arcs where Hulk shrugs off mystical assaults, plows through magical barriers, or adapts to new forms of attack. The World War Hulk storyline demonstrates a Hulk so angry and focused that whole teams of heroes struggle to slow him down. In the end, every Hulk versus Beta Ray Bill showdown is not just about muscle or magic. It's about heart, restraint, and willpower. Bill seeks to protect, not destroy. Hulk, for all his rage, is haunted by Banner's desire to be left alone to not hurt people, even as he swings with mountains in his fists. If we tally points by raw force, Hulk can reach and perhaps exceed Bill when sufficiently enraged. If it comes down to versatility, tactics, and weaponry, Stormbreaker gives Beta Ray Bill an edge. He's fought fire gods, cosmic threats, and Thor himself. But Hulk doesn't stop until he gets what he wants, or until someone talks him down, which Bill may well attempt. So, who wins? The answer, as with many legendary rivalries, depends on context. On a rampage in the cosmos, Hulk might eventually overpower Bill. In strategy and with time, Bill's discipline and Stormbreaker could subdue the Hulk if only for a while. Either way, when these forces collide, you witness a contest of raw destiny versus chosen nobility. And in the Marvel Universe, That's the kind of battle where the real winner is the reader, marveling as Smash meets Storm.